Yo, what is up, my people? First of all, shout out to everyone that's been rocking with the Barely Average Dude channel. We just hit 5,000 subscribers. Getting ready to plan a giveaway, so stay tuned for that. But shout out to everyone that's been, with us since the beginning, and those who join us along the way. We just hit 5,000 subscribers, so shout out to everyone who's been rocking with the Barely Average Dude channel. Now, on my most popular video actually to date, I compared these four devices: the ROG Ally, the Steam Deck OLED Limited Edition, the Lenovo Legion Go, and the Ayaneo Kun, which is still my favorite to this day. Someone in the comments just asked me about the cooling on these devices, and that's something I left out of my comparison, is the cooling between these different devices. Which one is the coolest, which one is the hottest? So I thought we'd do a test today just to see how these devices actually work out as far as cooling goes. Now, I'm playing the same game on all of them, and let's talk about the method of this test. We are going to be at max brightness on all of these devices, and we are at 15 watts. Now, the reason I'm starting this as at 15 watts is because the Steam Deck is going to max out at 15 watts, as we all know. Now, these other devices can go up past 15 watts. We can go to 30 watts, 35 watts. The Ayaneo Kun is comfortable going all the way up to 55 watts. But we're at 15 watts just so we can get a baseline comparison between each of these four devices. And we are playing the same game, which is Returnal, a very demanding game. Doesn't play too well on these handhelds, but it's my favorite game to test because it does usually push these devices to the limit. Now, right off the bat, I can see the different temperatures here. Now, the Steam Deck OLED seems to be working pretty hard here. It is at 70 degrees. I don't know if you can see that, but the Steam Deck OLED is at 70 degrees there, looking like the hottest device right now so far, followed by the ROG Ally, looks like it, at 58 degrees. So the ROG Ally is at 58 degrees, then followed by the Legion Go, which is at around 55 degrees. You can see that there on the top, 55 degrees. And the Ayaneo Kun is the coolest right now, chilling at 50 degrees. Hopefully you can see that there. It is at 50 degrees on the CPU, 49 on the GPU. So it's the coolest right now. Steam Deck 70, 60, 55, and 50 respectively. So let's get into the benchmark. We are at 15 watts and max brightness with all of these. I am also locking these at 15 watts, so they shouldn't, the TDP shouldn't increase. Now let's see what we can get into in the benchmark. I will say the fans are on auto. For all of these devices, the fans are on auto. We're going to do another test after this to test them at max fan speed, just to see if that actually helps the cooling, and we should get a sense of the maximum cooling potential of these devices. So let's run the benchmark and see how these devices heat up. All right, the benchmark is going. Let's see how the heat starts to increase. Okay, so the test just ended, and from what I'm seeing, the temperatures haven't really changed. The Steam Deck is still at 69 degrees, 69, 70 degrees. The Legion Go still at 56. The ROG Ally is at 59, and the Ayaneo Kun is still at 50 degrees. So there's been no change in temperature really. So I guess that's good. At 15 watts, you can expect these devices to not really increase too much in temperature. But I'm going to increase the fan speed now to maximum, run the test again, and see how these devices, how cool they can actually get. So stay tuned for that. Okay, so they're all at maximum fan speed right now, and I'm gonna turn off all of my audio processing at this point, just so you can hear how loud the fans actually are in here. There's not much fan whine or coil whine or anything like that, but it does sound like a jet engine in here. All the audio processing should be off now, so you should be hearing just how much fan noise I'm hearing right now. And I'm gonna stop talking for a few seconds just so you can take it all in. Yeah, so it's definitely loud in here. But let's see how the temperature is actually doing at 100% fan speed on all of these devices. Now, the Steam Deck was at around 69, 70 degrees. Right now it's sitting around 64, 65, so it got down to 63. The Legion Go is at 49 degrees, so it was at 55. Now it's at 49. The Ayaneo Kun was at around 50. Now it's at 42 degrees, which is a great temperature. And the Legion Go is around 49 degrees. So we're seeing a good decrease in temperatures here. Of course, the fans are pretty loud, but that's because I have four of them going at once. Now, let's run the benchmark one more time and see how, max fan speed helps these devices stay cool. Okay, so in the middle of the benchmark here, just wanted to give an update on the temperatures. The Steam Deck is around 63, 64, so not much increase there. The Legion Go is getting up to around 50 degrees. The ROG Ally is actually at 48 degrees, so it's dropped below the Legion Go. And the Ayaneo Kun is at 41 degrees Celsius. So the Ayaneo Kun doesn't really seem bothered by this benchmark. It doesn't really increase in temperature from whatever the max fan speed is able to do. But I will say that it's looking like the Ayaneo Kun is the coolest right now. So yeah, after the benchmark is over, we are around 49 degrees, 63 degrees, 49 also for the ROG Ally, or 48, and 41 for the Ayaneo Kun here. Now I'm gonna run one more test. I'm gonna be at 25 watts on these devices. Steam Deck again is going to be at 15 watts because that's the max. And we're going to see how these devices do when they are at a higher TDP. But of course, the Steam Deck again will be locked at 15 watts. So let's run the test one more time at 25 watts and see what that increase in power does for these devices, if it's going to increase the temperatures by a drastic margin. Okay, so we are at 25 watts right now, and immediately the temperatures have jumped up at 25 watts. The Legion Go is at 72 degrees. The Ayaneo Kun is at 57 degrees. The ROG Ally is at 77 degrees. So taking it up to 25 watts from 15 really does take those temperatures up by a lot. The Steam Deck, of course, is already maxed out at 15 watts, so it's at a cool 65 degrees now. I guess the Steam Deck's not really in it anymore because we're at 25 watts, but this is just for science. Let's run the benchmark one more time. 25 watts on these three, 15 watts again at the Steam Deck, all at the auto fan curve. So this is right out of the box. If you don't change any fan settings and you run these at 25 watts, what temperatures can you expect in an intense graphical game? Let's run the benchmark here. Okay, halfway through the benchmark here. Let's check the temperatures out. The Legion Go now is at 69 degrees. The Steam Deck is at 70. The ROG Ally is all the way up at 79 degrees. I saw it get as high as 80 degrees. And the Ayaneo Kun is chilling at 57 degrees. So it's looking like the Ayaneo Kun is the coolest. That's just what I'm noticing here. Of course, this device is designed to go up to 54 watts comfortably, so you can expect this to be the coolest device out of these tests. Then I would say that the Legion Go is actually been the second coolest in general through these tests. The Steam Deck coming in third, and then the Legion Go is seeming to be the hottest in these tests at around 79 to 80 degrees when you take it up to 25 watts. So after the test, I can say that all of these devices are, decent as far as cooling goes. Now, some are better than others. I would say the Ayaneo Kun is the best as far as cooling goes, but none of these devices ever even got close to thermal throttling, or, being at the thermal max, 100 degrees. None of these devices ever got even close to that. Even at 25 watts, the ROG Ally can only really unlock 30 watts when plugged in. So you can expect the temperatures to go up to around 80, 85, but it's never going to get to 90, 95, 100. The same can go for the Legion Go. The temperatures are never really going to get too high for it to be uncomfortable. Same for the Steam Deck. So I guess the moral of the story is there's going to be some temperature differences between these devices, but at 15 watts, all of these devices were still very cool, and you're so far away from that thermal limit that it doesn't really matter. And the devices, you know, you're not really holding the hot part, so it's not really an issue. As far as the longevity of the devices, they never got too hot where like the battery may be a concern. So I guess the takeaway from this test is that all of these handhelds passed the test. Some are better than others. I would say the Kun is the coolest, then the Legion Go, usually Steam Deck, and then ROG Ally is the hottest device. ROG Ally has a history of running hot, you know, baking SD cards. Not sure if that's the huge issue right now, but if you get your fan curves, a custom fan curve, I recommend all of these devices. You shouldn't really have an issue. And if you're not afraid of that fan, crank that fan up, crank that fan as high as you can, let it go, and the device will be cool and comfortable, and you have no issues there. So there's just a small test with these devices at 15 and 25 watts, full fan, auto fan. They all pass the test. They're going to be cool, but for now, the Kun is looking like the coolest device, but they all passed the test in my opinion. Let me know in the comments below what you thought was the coolest device, what you think is the coolest device, not as far as temperature goes, but which one would you actually pick out of these four: the ROG Ally, Steam Deck OLED, Legion Go, or Ayaneo Kun? Which is the coolest to you? Let me know in the comments below. And yeah, it was everyone you have. You can rest easy that they're all gonna run cool enough, which is not really going to be an issue in the long term. Anyway, that's the test. Thank you for making it to 5,000, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Make sure you like, subscribe, ring that bell, all that great YouTube stuff, and I'll see you later. Peace.